off that 51-point performance, and he backs it up with 45, 2 for 4 from 3, 14 for 27 from the field, 8 rebounds, 9 assists. He got to the free throw line 17 times and made 15 of them. He's also the first teenager to ever go back-to-back 40-point games. And James, he started out with a purpose after he got that 50-burger the other night, and he was not slowing down. 19 points in the first quarter.
We're looking at Rookie of the Year. We're looking at an NBA mega star on the way, Dieter. Already in his rookie year, he's figured out how to stay poised, play his game. I've never seen him get rattled as much as the Dallas Mavericks and Jason Kidd has asked of him to play point guard, to play multiple positions without Kyrie Irving, without AD. He's one of the coolest cucumbers as a rookie that I've seen. And, you know, he's had some barriers to overcome, just getting used to being in the league and playing every night against, you know, great players. But, boy, he's really, you know, got a second win here in the second part of the season. And he's really showing that, you know, he's going to be a great player in this league, barring his injuries. Yeah,
I mean, Dallas is going to finish with, what, 26, 27 wins. But, James, big picture, you know, I remember last summer, I was talking with a buddy who really knows basketball about the Olympics coming to LA in 2028. And it was like, well, who's going to be good for Team USA? Steph's going to be gone. LeBron probably won't be there. Maybe Kevin Durant is still hanging around, but he's going to be close to 40. And we couldn't really come together with some names. But just this season, you realize Con Knippel, you know, Cooper Flagg, obviously, Kate Cunningham making an MVP push. That's 3 pretty good young players to help Team USA in a couple years. What I'm trying to say is, you know, great infusion of talent in this league for young players, of course. And just watching him play, you know, that's unbelievable. It's hard to believe that he was getting a lot of criticism back around Halloween for going 1 for 9 in a game. Ooh, you know, big deal. It was like his 4th game ever, and people have been looking to criticize this kid. And the past couple days, the past couple games have been outstanding for him. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, he's averaging 21 points per game. He's got the high usage. And, James, you had mentioned just his ability to kind of lead that team, even though it's been a tough year for them in terms of wins and losses. But they haven't stopped competing. You know, got a young piece in Max Christie, who they got in the Luka Doncic trade. And we'll see what happens to them, you know, over the years. But they have their leader. Yeah. In the franchise, without a doubt. He's only 19 years old. And what I love about him, James, after he scored the 51, they interviewed him, and he wasn't that happy about it, didn't really want to talk about it. He said it came in a loss.
Yeah.
He wants to win.
He has a mentality of a champion. You're talking about a player who was just a freshman last year in college, who without Kyrie and AD's gone, he's the leader on the team. He's showing poise like he's been around for a while and answering questions like, you know, like the one you just said, 51, we lost. You know, that shows character, integrity, like leadership, and you have something to look forward to. You have something to build around. You know, if players are looking to be traded, they want somewhere to go, not a bad situation with Christie, Cooper. They're going to be good in the future. Just build around him.
You know, speaking of the Olympics, when 2024 was coming and the A team was playing against the younger players, it was Cooper Flagg who was making some headlines in those scrimmages. So like, these guys like LeBron, who have loved him for the last few years and said he's coming, he's here.
They're not surprised at all. Yeah. The only surprise was Dallas moving up 10 spots in the lottery last May.
Miracles happen
to get where they were. And, you know, it's one good thing that probably has happened for them in the last couple of years. It's been a very strange, rocky road for that franchise.
On the flip side of that, you have a 19-year-old and then a 41-year-old. And the 41-year-old was tasked with having to be the #1 option, not just in scoring, but in playmaking and ball handling and everything that goes into it. He's been doing it for 23 seasons. LeBron James, and he gave it everything he had tonight. 39 minutes he played, 12 of 22. 9 rebounds and 15 assists, and he ended up with 30 points.
39 minutes for a 41-year-old. Gita, I know we have to explain it, you know, after every game he plays, but it still amazes me. Luka out, Austin Reeves out. You're asking a 41-year-old to take over, and he's able to do it, and do it with strength and, you know, efficiency. Getting other people involved. I just love his bully ball. He does some monster dunks he's still getting. And, you know, I think for the rest of the team to see LeBron in that mode with 2 players out, he's trying to lead and show them what they have to do going forward. I think they got a good example of it in the Dallas game.
And by the way, we don't know what the future is, right? I mean, there's 4 regular season games left, and we'll see what happens in the playoffs. But as Jamal Crawford said during the broadcast, I mean, what he's watching, I mean, he was in the league with him for years, through his whole career, and now LeBron is still doing it. What a message he sends as well. Man, you're not going to pout. You're not going to complain about it, but you're going to go out and you're going to lead, and you're going to show everyone else on your team. And Cooper Flagg, who's only 19, that this is how you compete when you're playing in the league in year 23.
Yeah, and by the way, who is Dallas going to center on for their film study? What's their game plan going to show once it's revealed that Austin and Luka are out?
Marcus Smart's out.
Yeah, Marcus Smart's out too. Thank you. You're running out of people to game plan for, except for one LeBron James. So their entire defensive focus is on this 41-year-old, as James said, 23rd NBA season, and he's still doing damage like this. These are high-quality numbers. You know, a shot, almost 60%. One rebound shy of a very nice triple-double. And Geet, I've actually run out of things to say about him because it's kind of ridiculous. It's just, he just keeps surprising people. He just keeps raising eyebrows. And you know what? You know he loves that deep down.
Yeah.
People have been counting him out for years. Oh, he's in his mid-30s. He's going to slow down. Late 30s, early 40s. It just hasn't happened.
Yeah, you see guys who played late into their careers at 40 years old and 39 years old, and they're playing in year 20 and 21, and this is no knock on them, but it's 6 points a game. It's sometimes you get to double figures. I mean, LeBron James is still one of the best players in the league. He's still one of the most impactful, and he's still an all-star. That's really impressive. Here are the standings. Lakers tied with Denver, but hold the tiebreaker after the 2 losses in a row, and the Nuggets had that big overtime win yesterday versus the San Antonio Spurs. Jokic with the 40 points and the big shot in OT. They are tied at 50 and 28. The Rockets, who play Steph Curry and the Warriors tonight, also have a game with the Timberwolves a little later on in this season this week, because there's only a week left. They are in the 5th spot, and the T-Wolves are in the 6th spot. So we talked in the pregame show, Brez, you'd really like to stay in that home court advantage in the first round territory. It's going to be very tough to hold on to that 3 seed, but you still have a little bit of a lead on the Houston Rockets, who are also winning games, and you'd like to see them to maybe take a step back, get a loss.
Especially when you consider the Lakers' next game is here Tuesday against OKC. So that's going to be a really tough one to win. Denver plays tomorrow. They play Portland tomorrow. So Portland's still trying to, you know, they're going to be in the play-in tournament. They've had a nice season. Basically, the Lakers probably need a little help, or just over the next couple days to try to maintain their hold on third.
They have OKC on Tuesday.
They got OKC. Yeah, that's going to be really tough. So, you know, it's probably to the point where the Lakers need a little help. I mean, is there any chance that they lose this game, James, if they're healthy? If Luka and AR go in there too, they win this game by 15 probably, you know, despite Cooper Flagg having a great night. Unfortunately, that's just not reality right now. And the Lakers are going to need maybe Portland to upset Denver tomorrow, and then whatever happens Tuesday here against OKC happens. But it's a game-by-game situation right now, James. I never would have thought the Lakers were in this mess, you know, a week ago. They were a couple games up in third, and then it just shows you how quickly things can change, Keith. It's crazy.
This is why I brought up this point, James. We're going to get to JJ in a moment. I said this on the pregame show. You're coming off of March, where you go 15-2, and you're just feeling so good about this team.
Yeah.
Even around town, I'm sure you guys talk to fans just like we do. Everyone's excited. The team, you love the way they play, the way they compete. They had a lot of big wins along the way, and then that happens in OKC. Not only do you get blown out, but you lose 2 of your you know, top players in Austin Reeves and Luka Doncic, and you don't know what the future holds. The wind does come out of the sails a little bit. Everyone's human, right? So you have to kind of regroup and figure out how you move on from here.
Yeah. Got to call AAA. You need some help. You need a charge. When you lose 2 players, and for sure, Oklahoma knew the Lakers were coming in a hot team. They're watching. So, and their mentality was, okay, we need to show them, you know, we're not a 500 team. We're defending champions. And our mentality is different. And they did. You know, I thought Oklahoma, you know, had a good statement, but, man, we just could not get anything going in that game when you lost Luka. But, you know, it was the third quarter. I mean, they were down 25 games, pretty much over anyway. But, yeah, that was a tough game to play. And then lose like that and then lose 2 players. It's really tough to rebound from that. But I thought, you know, in the game today, they fought hard, they played hard. The 3-ball hurt us. And the
Lakers only hit eight threes and shot 25%.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's
crazy.
different
That
game.
3-ball determines the game.
Minus 18.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure obviously Austin and Luka would have hit 5 threes combined at least. I mean, it's crazy.
Love to get Marcus Smart back.
Yeah, he'd help. He'd help.
Need him. Time to hear from Coach J.J. Redick, brought to you by your Toyota dealers.